I engage with the commitment and freedom from the word go. But because life is very dynamic and busy at home, the changes the changes that were occurring because of it weren't obvious. I knew something was changing. I knew it was very potent, and there was no inclination to stop. But it was like when I came here, I remember the first day I went for a walk down into the eucalyptus forest where Guruji took us the other day, and it struck me that the vibe that was here, or the vibration in here, was the very same as the one on the land. I'd never actually felt that anywhere before, that what was outside and inside was all at one, and it just blew me away.
What has changed is that I would sit for hours in presence, maybe like thoughts and here and there, like identification would come. I would still sit like that in silence, but there was someone sitting. And during this time, that changed. Like, I cannot say it's totally gone, whatever, but there were, this, like, somehow there is not someone doing it. It's different. Like, it's my perspective of it is totally different. Of the sitting, of the experience, of the presence, which I am. But there it was like more, I'm going into the presence. It was more like that. I'm doing this practice to go in the presence. And now it's like, no, presence is my place. Presence is what I am.
Something happened, I don't know what, but it was much more like the core of all his teachings. Like really the core, the source, like kind of little pill, like, okay, this enough. Until from now, this will be enough, kind of. So I accept it, and then I just sit with that, and then all happening by itself. I don't know how, I cannot explain. Somehow Guruji prepared to all of us to this moment, kind of. So I was so also grateful that I walked with him, I held his hand, and then he brought me to that moment. So he felt like I am ready. Still some deeper and long-term, these habitual things, these conditions still coming up. But there is more space. And that space what I need.
All the stuff that was coming up for me last periods, it was all packed in these 3 weeks, like the same issues they're supposed to come up here, and it was just so good to face them here as well, and to see them coming up here.
Once there's a seeing of it and there's an acknowledgement that it's playing, it comes up very vibrant for a day or so, and then it's gone. There was no need to do anything about anything. It was just, I just needed space. I needed to be here for the length of time that I was here in order to have the space and the time to look at what was actually there. And there's still an awful lot moving, an awful lot of old tendencies, old habits. Like Guruji pulled me up a couple of days ago for hiding, and I was hiding, and I didn't know I was hiding. And it's ever since then I've realised, I don't make eye contact with people an awful lot. I don't do it. There's a lot of things I don't do that I've always been aware I didn't do, but I had adopted it as being me. This is me. This is who I am. I like my own space. I'm not a people's person. I don't like talking, and I don't like this. And all of a sudden, I realised actually none of that is true. It's just I've been hiding. And these are my methods of hiding, and this is the identity and the shape that I took on to hide. But I needed to be here. I just needed to be here so much. There's a lot of things that are settling, and I think the biggest gift that I got from here is that I see. So there's absolutely nothing that comes up now that isn't seen, and there is a space that says, yeah, okay, this is whatever it is, but I see it. And that to me is the greatest gift, because it has changed, is changing everything, because it's only starting to settle. So it has created a totally different environment or space here, because everything is seen. And it's so natural. It's just so natural. It's just, there's no big bells and whistles, but it's phenomenal and auspicious and all those other big words, fancy words as well. But it's just, yeah, it's just such a gift.